What's up, guys? I know I have not posted anything in a long time, but I've still been playing Pokemon stuff. I just haven't really had the time. I'm in school now and whatnot. This is my dorm. It's nice and boring. But recently, as in earlier, I got a box of Theros, and I figure why not? Let's do a box opening video. 36 packs. Hopefully, get some okay stuff. Let's go for it. First pack. Elizabeth, cool card, not very useful in standard at the moment except for control, but we will see what's going on. Come on. Actually, before we do this, I'm going to put a mat down so nothing gets gross. Alright, pack one. Minotaur, Skull Cleaver, Nimbus Thing, Valor, Snake Thing, don't care. Mana Fixing I never got in the pre-release, Aqueous Form, that thing, Sea God's Revenge, Magma Jet, that's actually one of the uncommons that I was looking for. And I got a Boon Satyr, which it's a 3-drop 4/2 flash bestow, and the bestow is +4/+2, which I think's definitely going to be playable. Tonight I'm going to be at FNM, and what I run at FNM tonight is pretty much just depends on what I pull. And if I pull a couple more Boon Satyrs, I will gladly run anything with green, whether it be Aggro or Selesnya Aggro. And got a foil one of these things, Destructive Revelry. You can't really see it in the light, but it's shiny. It's naturalized, and it pings them too, which is kind of cool. But alright, not a bad start. Pack 2. Come on. I haven't opened a box since like Yu-Gi-Oh! 6 years ago. Alright, Gray Merchant of Asphodel, don't care, it's kind of cool and limited. Sandals, kind of cool. Cyclops, Minotaur. Shredding Winds, Traveling Philosopher, that does nothing. Yoked Ox, it is the white Kraken Hatchling, which is kind of nifty. Harpy, Giant, Battlewise Hoplite, Venge the Foul, Favored Hoplite, and a Fire Drinker Satyr, which is the new Jackal-Pup 1-drop red, which is not fantastic, but it'll see play because it's probably the best that they got. But anyways, I'm okay with that. Red Deck Wins, I think, is definitely going to be a viable option in this format, just because Perforos and Young Pyromancer are stupid together, and you can just ping them for like 5 for like every shock or searing spear you throw at them. It's pretty ridiculous. Got a Centaur, 3/7 for 5. Okay, not really usable. Divine Verdict, Guardian of Meletus. This I found was cool, how they referenced a homosexual couple, which they haven't really done that ever, and I thought that was interesting. Chimera, something, don't care, Celebrant, Cerberus, baby 3-headed one pretty much, Time to Feed, Wanderer, Ordeal of Heliod, Hunt the Hunter, Triton, and first mythic, a Perforos. Not bad, not bad. I very much like this guy. He's right now he's about $20 or so, which I think he will keep between the $15 and $20 range, because I think he's probably one of the most useful of the gods at the moment. And I mean, like, he'll see more play, just because it's easy to build around a red deck with him, because red deck does not have Hell Rider or Hero Voxid Ridge or anything anymore. So it's a good 4-drop for red, and it should be able to do some play. Lash the Whip, Messenger Thing, God's Willing, Griffin, Vaporkin, Commune with the Gods, Return of Phalanx, Band Elder, Lost in the Labyrinths, the new Soren's Thirst that got reprinted, Sea God's Revenge, Witch's Eye, Triton Tactics, and another mythic, Master of Waves, which is kind of cool. I don't think it's going to be that good, because unless you're like mono blue, which I guess is a thing, I don't see it being very good. And the whole elemental creatures get +1/+1 is not fantastic, but I don't know. I can't complain. It's a mythic. When in doubt, it'll be trade bait. And the pro red can be relevant, because like I said, I think Red Deck Wins is going to be a things to watch out for. Alright, pack number I don't remember. Put that over there. Cyclops thing. Guardian of Meletus, Battle-Wise Valor, Loathsome Thing, Savage Surge, Unicorn Mana Fixer, First Strike Nymph Thing, Vulpine Goliath, another Kraken Hatchling, Baleful Eidolon, Mogus's Marauder, Trident Tactics, Sentry of the Underworld, which is a very neat card, I like the flavor of it, and Arbor Colossus, which is a 5-drop, 6/6, definitely for cost to power toughness, I think it's definitely pretty good, and it has reach, and its monstrosity is for 3 green and 3 colorless, so for 6 mana, makes him into a 9/9 with reach, and you get to destroy a creature with flying, so you can destroy Angel of Serenity, Archangel, Thune, Stormbreath Dragon, so I think it'll see some play, just because it's a 5-drop 6/6, and that's good nowadays, I guess, but got a sorter token, it's kind of cool. Haven't really seen the tokens from this set very much. Okay, I've gotten some basic lands. The basic lands for this set are beautiful. I really like the islands and the mountains so far. But, throw this over there. Alright. Come on. Pack number, it's like 1, 2, 3, like 5 or something. Loathsome something, Omen Speaker, which is the new kind of Augur Bolas, but I don't think it's going to be as good right now, but I'm not a control player, so I really wouldn't know. Lightning Strike, which the reskinned Searing Spear, which a lot of people weren't really pleased about, but I mean, it's awesome. It's Searing Spear. Searing Spear is good, so this has to be good. Ray of Disillusion, which is pretty much the generic enchantment removal. It's for 3 and is an instant, but I don't like it that much. I miss my Ray of Revelation a lot. Something, Lampad, Boulderfall, Voyaging Satyr, Spear Point Thing, Gainsay, Stone Shock, Prowler's Helm, and a Reaper of the Wilds, which is neat. I like this guy. It's a 4-drop for 4/5, which already that's usually pretty good value. When another creature dies, you scry 1, which is pretty good. And for 1 black, you can give it Death Touch, and for 1 and a green, it gives it Hexproof, so it has pseudo evasion, and it can kill stuff, and unfortunately it dies to Elspeth's -3 or whatever, but definitely still a good card. It's neat, and Boar token, kind of neat. Next pack. And come on. Flesh Mad Steed, Calvary Pegasus, Nylea's Disciple, something, Minotaur Berserker thing, which I think I really want Minotaurs to be a thing in the next year or so, because you have Boros Reckoner, which is one of the best 3-drops at the moment, and just the Minotaur Lord and everything. I think they can be a threat, but we'll see how good. Annul, another Minotaur, Human Thing, Satyr Thing, Cerberus, Nemesis Immortals, Ordeal of Erebos, which is pretty good. I like the Ordeal cycle. Ordeal of Nylea, and Fabled Hero, which is the Mirror Crusader / Silverblade Paladin of the set. I don't think it's very good right now, mainly because it's just a 2/2, and one of the worst things was having your Mirror Crusader or Silverblade Paladin just like shock in response to targeting or something, and that was always a little annoying. But it has to be built around the card Martial Glory from Gatecrash. The plus, it's the give a target creature +3/+0, and then give another target creature +0/+3. That is really good with Heroic, and I think it'll be probably one of the only viable methods of making Heroic work well, and Fabled Hero is a good one to work with that. Alright, another pack. Mirth Thing, Ray of Disillusion, Faberkin, Satyr Rambler, Land and Snarecaster, Feral Invocation, Fate Foretold, Thassa's Bounty, Don't Care, Gainsay, Kragma Warcaller, one of the Minotaur Lords, that's kind of cool. Evangel of Heliod, and then Chained to the Rocks, which is a neat little removal spell. Pretty much all it is an Oblivion Ring that only hits creatures, and it's for 1 mana, and you have to enchant them out and you control, which is pretty good if, like, any white-red deck will definitely be able to side that, or even man if they want, just because you got Sacred Foundries and regular things, and I got a foil Scourge Mark, not anything crazy, and then Swamp, and then Soldier Token, kind of cool. Come on, I want some Thoughtseizes in here, although I'm curious what deck Thoughtseize will go into, just because the mana fixing is a little bit not what it was with Innistrad Lands, but we'll see what happens. Another Centaur thing, Divine Verdict, Traveler's Amulet, a Crowing Crusader, Spark Jolt, Last Breath, Scourge Mark, Griptide, Satyr Hedonist, Satyr Rambler, Chronicler of Heroes, Arena Athletes, Sealock Monster, and a Bident of Thassa. So, Bident, not a Trident, just 2, little fork thing. I think this is good, but it's a little overcosted. In Limited, it's completely bonkers if you get it down, because you will be generating so much card advantage, and pretty much whenever you can get its ability off, or you make your like when it makes your creatures your opponent control attack, it pretty much makes them suicide, which is very helpful. But I'm not sure how constructed worthy it is at the moment, but we'll see. It's first day of new standards, so next pack. Demolish, Leafcrown Dryad, Disciple of Phoenix, Wave Crash Titan, something, Return Centaur, Griptide, Commune with the Gods, Hopeful Eidolon, Spark Jolt, Gainsay, some Giant, something Marauder, and another Mythic. We got a Xenagos, the Reveler, which, this guy, new Planeswalker, this I have mixed feelings about. It's 2 and then red-green, so it's 4 mana, and which is okay. It's already met the reasonable casting cost. Its +1 is add X mana in any combination of red or green to your mana pool, where X is the number of creatures you control, which is pretty good because you play him, he can come out with 4 loyalty immediately, which is pretty good. His +1 isn't terribly useful sometimes. I mean, because you're going to be wasting your hand kind of well. I can see him going good with Domri Raid or Domri Rade, or however you pronounce it. Just because if you can play him, and then if you have creatures on board, like a 1 or 2 drop, and then a Mana Dork, or like a Burning Tree Emissary, it will be pretty neat, just because you can easily just like slap Domri down for free after that, and Domri will keep reloading your hand, because you're going to have extra mana to deal with. Regardless, I think very cool Mythic. I'm pleased. It's like $25 at the moment. So my box has already paid for itself, pretty much, because I got it for half off. Next pack. Let me move this out of the way. And then Harpy Token, Forest. Battle-Wise Valor, Loathsome something, Sedge Scorpion, which has probably my favorite flavor text of the set. It reads, Thakalides the Mighty, Slayer of Minotaurs, Vanquisher of Giants, killed by a scorpion. Which I think is hilarious. You have this great hero, and then he died from a scorpion. But, sucks for him. Boon of Erebos, Priest of Auroras, which, also, a little tidbit of information. The whole, this guy, it's a 1-drop 1/1, and its ability is 3 and a white, and it's speculated that Auroras is going to be in the next set, and it'll be one of the minor gods, and it'll be white-red, which I think will be very interesting, just because I love me some multicolored stuff, and it should be neat. Fade into Antiquity, Return Centaur, Riptide, Commune with the Gods, Magus' Marauder, Horizon Chimera, which is a very neat card. I keep saying neat, oh well. It's a Flash 3/2 for 4, which is really cool, and it's flying and trample, and whenever you draw a card, you gain a life. So, if this were to see play with any deck that has Sphinx Revelation, it would be really nice to just Sphinx Revelation, draw 5 cards, gain 10 kind of thing, which could definitely put the swing even more in your favor. But for funsy decks, I really think that'll be fun to use. Cutthroat Maneuver, whatever. Miletus thing. Oh, this is the rare. That's annoying. Miletus Charlatan, 3-drop 2/3, 2 and a blue, tap it. The controller of target instant or sorcery spell copies it. Okay, so it's a copy something. It's okay. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. Foil, Chimera, don't really care. Planes, and then I really like the look of these tokens, the artifact, enchantment, creature tokens, which is definitely pretty cool. I really want to get a foil god, because I think that would look very nice. But okay, got a bunch of packs still ready. Let's see what we can do here. Stymied Hopes, Nessian Courser, Lash of the Whip, Minotaur Skull Cleaver, Cavern Lampad, Staunch, Hearted Warrior, Asphodel Wanderer, Breaching Hippocamp, Silent Artisan, Titan Strength, Karametra's Acolyte, Feroce's Emissary, Coordinated Assault, and Temple of Deceit. It is the Watery Grave that comes into play tapped and scries, which, out of all of them, I think this one's gonna, at the moment, be relevant just because Control already doesn't mind like going second, and like Control can play Guild Gates right now already, so being able to just like turn 1, turn 2, like slap this down, scry 1, figure out if okay I'm gonna need that land, or oh sweet another Supreme Verdict, something like that. It'll definitely see some play. I'm excited for that, but I hate Control, so I'm not gonna use it. Alright, so far 3 mythics. I can definitely work with that. I'll prefer a couple more, but see what happens. I'll prefer a Thoughtseize or 2. I need some Thoughtseize. I want to use them. Dragon Mantle, Omen Speaker, Grey Merchant of Asphodel, Divine Verdicts, Wave Crash, Triton, Traveler's Amulet, Yoked Ox, Baleful Eidolon, Annul, Wingsteed Rider, Chronicler of Heroes, Satyr Piper, Thassa's Emissary, and Anax and Sime. The Legendary, which is really cool. It's Boros color, 3/2 Vigilance First Strike, which already I love it. Just because I really like Elite Inquisitor from Innistrad, because Vigilance First Strike is just like you keep poking them and then you have defense too. Its heroic ability is whenever you cast a spell that targets it, creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn, and they get Trample, which is really neat. Has Trample, 1 form of evasion, and I don't think it'll see very much play, but it's definitely cool. I mean, like I want to use it, but I want to use a lot of these cards. Land. Alright, come on, let's go. Come on. Nessian Courser, Lash of the Whip, Minotaur Skull Cleaver, Sedge Scorpion, Boon of Erebos, Portent of Betrayal, Observant, Alseed, Defend the Hearth, Agent of Horizons, Crackling Triton, Helios Emissary, Erebos' Emissary, Farika's Mender, and then we got a Mistcutter Hydra, which is the X green, can't be countered Hydra, protection from blue and haste. So I think this is pretty neat just because you can slap it down and haste it up, and easily it can't be Azorius Charm, can't be Detention Sphere, can't be countered. So this is coming down no matter what, and on turn 5 or 6 it can easily be a little bit of a threat at that time. And it's +1/+1 counters, and that should be neat maybe to build around with Colonian Hydra, which I don't know how good it'll be, but Silver Token, come on, give me a mythic or 2 more. Snake Thing, Bronze Sable, which I'm not sure what kind of animal it is. It looks like a cat mongoose thing, but it's cute regardless. Affairs Warden, Boulder Fall, Seteshan, Battle Priest, Return Phalanx, Coastline Thing, Soren's Thirst, Defend of the Hearth, Lane and Snarecaster, Horizon Scholar, Anvil Raunt Raptor, Cutthroat Maneuver, and then Mythic. We got an Erebos, Scout of the Dead, which I don't think he's very good right now, just because he's definitely good because he's a 5/7 for 4, and I think the only issue right now is because, one, the devotion issue is a little bit harder to get now as opposed to like how it was last format, or like last week rather, just because if you can play this guy with Drelf's Messenger and Vampire Nighthawk, I think he'd be a legitimate threat. Just because being able to play like Blood Arters or something, some ridiculous 2-drop into a Drelf's Messenger, and then like this guy. You already have him online, he's 5/7, indestructible, pretty good. And the whole opponents can't gain life thing is relevant, I guess, right now. There's no more Thragtusk or Huntmaster, so I don't think that's going to be as useful, but it's definitely cool. I love the art, love the border with the enchantment thing. It's all nice and purple and stuff. It's pretty cool. Alright, 4 mythics so far, 2 gods, Planeswalker, and the one thing. Still no Thoughtseizes. I would much prefer Thoughtseize as opposed to that mythic. Okay, come on. This one doesn't have a little perforated tear thing. Come on. There we go. Oh, or not. There we go. Okay, the trash can's overflowing with packs. We got Omen Speaker, March of the Return, Lightning Strike, Flesh Mad Steed, Seteshan Griffin, Triton Shore Thief, Wing Steed Rider, Wild Celebrants, Two-Head Cerberus, Time to Feed, Stone Chalk Giant, Decorated Griffins, Flamespeaker Adept, Temple of Mystery. It is the Breeding Pool one, but right now I'm not sure how useful it will be. Eventually it'll see some play, because we're going to be forced to use those. That are guild gates, and I might as well scry one my guild gate. Okay, next pack. Okay, Messenger Speed, Mnemonic Wall, Cavalry Pegasus, Loathsome Catoblepas, or whatever, Battle Priest, Shore Thief, Celebrants, Cerberus. I swear I just had that. Time to Feed, Asphodel Wanderer, Karametra's Acolyte, Phalanx Leader, which I think this guy is good. Same problem with the Fabled Hero guy, because I think he'll die too quickly. And just because he's a 1/1 for 2, which already isn't that good, and you have to devote more of your resources to have him be useful. But he's a Gavany Township on a body, which I think may be worth building around. And then a Flamecast Wheel, and then a Shipbreaker Kraken. This thing won me a lot of games in pre-release because you pay its monstrosity cost, and it's a quad Dungeon Geists, so that's pretty cool. Alright, we're about halfway done with this box or so. I don't know, I haven't been counting. Come on. There we go. What time is it? It's around 5 p.m. I have to get my deck ready and whatnot by 6:15 or so. Guardian Meletus, Chimera, Demolish, something, Cavern Lampad, Warrior Thing, Scholar of Theros, or Theros, whatever. Minotaur, Titan, Strength, Philosopher, a Crow and Hoplite, Rescue from the Underworld, which is the kind of instant speed Umbrella Rights, which the flavor is ridiculous. I think that'll definitely be able to see some play. Favored Hoplite, Prophet of Crufix, which is not a very good standard, but in Commander this thing's going to be ridiculous, just because everything flashing and untapping, everything you have during each turn, if you can get some card advantage going, you will be in tip-top shape. More things. Okay. Haven't pulled any good foils or anything. But let's see. Set of Hemlock, Stymied Hopes, or Stymied Hopes, whatever. Cyclops, Dryad, Thief Thing, Gibbed Ox, Harpy, Giant, Satyr, Ordeal of Perforos, Ordeal of Thassa, Fanatic of Mogus, Gift of Immortality, and got a foil, crappy, uncommon. So, Gift of Immortality is interesting. It's insurance pretty much, and unless they can kill it when it comes back, then it's just gonna be a pain in the butt for the opponent to deal with. But 3 mana is a little bit annoying for that kind of effect. If it was instant speed or something, that would be kind of cool. Alright. Prescient Chimera, Sandals, Voyage's End, a Crone Crusader, Portent of Betrayal, Commune with the Gods, Return Phalanx, Lagana, Band Elder, Lost in Labyrinth, Farika's Cure, Glare of Heresy, which I think this will be sideboard material, Destructive Revelry, Dauntless Onslaught, Whip of Erebos, which another enchantment artifact weapon thing, and I think this will see play, but it'll definitely take a deck to do it, just because having lifelink's awesome, and one thing that you can do with this is that even though you can bring back a Aetherling or a Opposite Death, and you can exile it with their own effects, and since Whip of Erebos doesn't have any effect to replace, since it's being exiled either way, it'll come back. So this is definitely going to be cool to have some nice little reanimation effects. I think it'll see some play. And another boar pig thing, pretty adorable. Alright, let's throw this over there. There, come on. Chosen by Heliod, Scholar of something, Minotaur, Defend the Hearth, Snarecaster, Priest, Read the Bones, which is the new Sign in Blood, but it's better at the same time, but also worse, just because better mana cost, technically, but because you can splash it easier, no dual black, and you get the Scry too, which is pretty good. Fastest Bounty, Lost in Labyrinth, Keepsake Gorgon, Battlewise Hoplite, Fanatic of Mogus, Temple of Triumph. This is the Boros land, which I think it's good. That actually may make me want to run Boros tonight. And then, they have a different art for soldiers, which is really cool. I like that a lot. And a foil Commune with the Gods. You can't really tell in the light, but this is kind of... It may see play, you never know, but it's kind of like a mulch for creatures and enchantments. But we will have to see. Okay, no. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4... I've got 15 packs left, so that's always pleasant to think about. Alright, Nylea's Disciple, Lash of the Whip, Messenger Speed, God's Willing, Savage Surge, Opaline Unicorn, Blood Toll Harpy, Breaching Hippocamp, Aqueous Form, Spirit Point, Oriad, Artisan's Sorrow, Heliod's Emissary, Coordinated Assault, Prognostic Sphinx, Prognostic Sphinx, which this guy is a house in limited, and I think it will see play in standard, just because if you're playing control, like blue-white control, Esper control, blue-black control, whatever kind of control, and if you can stabilize and poke with this guy, you will never run out of fuel, because you can just make it so you're going to draw whatever you need, because 3 cards digging in is pretty darn good, and has evasion, so it may not win the game on its own, but with its effects, it'll definitely get there. Alright, Nylea's Presence, Sandals, Demolish, Voyage's End, Warrior, Read the Bones, Last Breath, Unknown Shores, Crackling Triton, Portent of Betrayal, Ordeal of Thassa, Arena Athlete, Warrior's Lesson, and then an Abhorrent Overlord, which it may see play in like a mono black kind of strategy, but 7 mana for a flyer that makes you sack stuff every turn, even though it gives you a little small army of flyers. I don't know, it's very neat. In limited, it's quite good. Got me a stack of commons over here. Hope it doesn't topple over. Come on. Pegasus, Disciple, Amulet, Crusader, Hopeful Eidolon, Spark Jolt, Returned Phalanx, Chimera, for Soren's Thirst, because I can't say Farika much. Tormented Hero, I've only gotten like 1 or 2 of these. Insatiable Harpy, Nylea's Emissary, and a Labyrinth Champion, which is 4-drop, 2/2, pretty bad, kind of. Then a foil Wild Celebrants, which is kind of bad too. Let's start a new pile of junk. Okay. Flushmad Steed, Nimbus something, Voyage's End, a Crowing Crusader, Spark Jolt, Last Breath, Scourge Mark, Griptide, Satyr Hedonist, Horizon Scholar, Favored Hoplite, Dark Betrayal, Titan of Eternal Fire. Cool. Yeah, it's not very good, but it's cool. It's cool. Foil Ray of Disillusion, which is, I don't like it. And then this is a pretty cool card. It's an Elemental. It's a Horse Wave, 1/0 for Master of Waves. Definitely a neat guy. Oh, come on. Pattern Chimera, Fleet Feather Sandals, Cyclops, Guardian, Deathbellow, Mentar, Goliath, Ox, Eidolon, Annul, Peak Eruption, Shipwreck Singer. I've only gotten one of those so far. Triton Fortune Hunter, Curse of the Swine, or Rapid Baconization. So, it's a neat card. It'll see play, I think, just because making them all into pigs is pretty good, and it exiles them, which is definitely going to be relevant, I think. And if you have something like Ratchet Bomb on the board, it's just a 2-card board wipe in your favor. So that'll definitely do some good. Alright. I'm noticing, like, this is a huge set, because I'm looking at some of these cards, and I've only got, like, maybe one of them, and they're, like, uncommons. Viper's Kiss, Dragon Mantle, Crone Crusader, Septician Griffin, Fade into Antiquity, Satyr Rambler, Observant Alseed, Scourge Mark, Coastline Chimera, Rage of Perforos, Keepsake Gorgon, Witch's Eye, Insatiable Harpy, and a Polis Crusher. This guy, big foot there. I don't know how good it'll be. It's a 4/4/4 trample pro element, or not elements, enchantments. But cool guy. Foot's kind of weird, but cool guy nonetheless. Alright, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more packs. Let's go. I'm hoping, I haven't gotten any Thoughtseize yet. This is annoying. I would like at least one Thoughtseize. That would make me very happy. Well, I have trade bait now, so that's a plus. Omen Speaker, Thing, Divine Verdict, Sip of Hemlock, Vaporkin, Minotaur, Shredding Winds, Deathbellow Thing, Wingsteed Rider, Two-Headed Cerberus, Burnished Heart, Order of Nylea, Prowler's Helm, and Fleeceman Lion. So this card I think is definitely good. It becomes a 4/4 indestructible hexproof, so the only way you can really kill it is with like a Black Sun Zenith kind of effect, or like a Mutilate, and I'm not even sure if there's a way to kill it in Standard at the moment. But pulling that card makes me really want to run Selesnya tonight. But we shall see. If I pull another one, I'll definitely be doing it. But it really just depends. Come on. Guardians, Battle-Wise Valor, Deathbellow Raider, Unicorn, Rage of Perforos, Feral Invocation, Return Centaur, Hopeful Something, Fate Foretold, Portent of Betrayal, Ordeal of Erebos, Hunt the Hunter, Evangel of Heliod, and Steam Augury, which people thought this card was pretty bad at first, like I was thinking about it, but I think this card's going to be stupid good with that Runechanter Pipe Chimera thing, because even though you reveal top 5 cards and you separate them into 2 piles, and your opponent chooses one to put in the grave. So even if you hit 1 or 2 instants or sorceries, you can pretty much pick, because either way they're going to be of use to you. There's no Soundcaster, but just getting +2, +0 in the bin for the Chimera, I think it's going to be pretty good, especially when you have backup with counter spells and whatnot. Chosen by Heliod, a Mnemonic Wall, Viper's Kiss, Lightning Strike, Seteshian Griffin, Triton Shore Thief, Time to Feed, Asphodel Wanderer, Breaching Hippocamp, Silent Artisan, Anvil Raptor, Centaur Battlemaster, Dauntless Onslaught, another useless rare, Anthausa, Seteshian Hero. It's legendary, it's makes your lands in 2/2 till the end of the turn. But I don't know, she's like stabbing 2 Minotaurs in the throat. It's pretty hardcore. Come on. Haven't pulled a mythic in a little bit. Or a Thoughtseize. I want a Thoughtseize. Also, Stormbreath Dragon is something I would very much like to see. This is turning out way longer than I thought. Sip Hemlock, Bronze Sable, Shredding Winds, Boulder Fall, Satyr Rambler, Observant Elfseed, Scourge Mark, Coastline Chimera, Rage of Perforos, Cedar Hedonist, Magma Jet. Cool, I've gotten 2 Magma Jets so far. It's not as much as I'd like. Rescue from the Underworld, Spellheart Chimera, which is definitely cool. And, alright, it's decided. I'm probably going to be running these guys. I pulled another Fleece Main line, which is the first double I've pulled so far. So I have another one I pulled from pre-release, so 3 of them in a deck I think's enough to warrant using it. But so that's neat. So I'm excited for that. And this is that Spellheart Chimera thing, which +1 or plus X or no, it's a Star Dash 3 Flying Trample for 3, and its power is equal to the number of instants and sorcerers the numbers of instants and sorcerers in the graveyard. So that's definitely a cool card. Lash of the Whip, Messenger Speed, God's Willing, Grey Merchant of Asphodel, Scholar, Disciple, Time to Feed, Blood Toll, Heartbeat, Breaching Hippocamp, Aqueous Form, Keepsake Gorgon, Battle-Wise Hoplite, Warrior's Lesson, and thank you, I got a Thoughtseize. So, this card is probably one of the greatest cards ever to be printed. In Modern, this is like a staple in any deck that has black in it. It is absolutely ridiculous, just being able to tear their hand apart. So, that's very cool. Right now it's running about 20-25, and I don't think it's going to dip below maybe 17. It's one of the best cards in the set, next to the Gods. I was hoping to pull more of them, just because it is a rare, but I'm okay with what I pulled so far. Come on. Chosen by Heliod, Frostband Centaurs, Annihilated Presence, Voyages End, Stomp Something, Priest of Eros, Read the Bones, Thousand Bounty, Lost in Labyrinth, Agents of Horizons, Horizon Chimera, Thassa's Emissary, Flamecast Wheel, and a Celestial Archon. What is this? My camera's doing something funky. Celestial Archon, it's not good, pretty much at all. But, that's that. So far, I got 3 more packs. I pulled a Thoughtseize, I pulled 2 Fleece Mains, so that's definitely cool. Oh, what the heck? The perforation's like off-center. Like, I'm not sure if you can see that, but like, you can barely see it, like, but usually the perforation's like on that little middle thing to make it easier just to like, crack a pack really nice, but this one's funky. Come on. Soldier token. Theros Warden, Fleshmite Steed, don't care. Hippocamp, Titan Strength, or Heliod, Battlemaster, Piper, Sylvan Caryatid, which I got the Biobox promo around here. Somewhere, here it is. Which, it's pretty much, it's a mana dork, but it's hexproof and has Defender. It's a 0/3 for 2 mana. So it's like a pseudo kind of Farseek on wheels kind of thing, or on roots because it's a plant. But I think it'll see some play, probably, just because it's a mana dork, and we're stressed for mana dorks. No Birds of Paradise or anything ridiculous. But, alright. Oh, I got a full rare. Too bad it's a Seteshian Hero thing. That's not good. Soldier tokens, 2 packs. Let's open this one first. This one feels like a good one, but we'll see if I'm wrong. Not that way. God's Willing. Don't care. Anything of relevance? Come on, one time. Foil Thoughtseize. Let's go. Not. And no, I got a Daxos of Mythics, which is not very good at all. For standard, no. For commander, it'll be fun. I mean, I can for commander eventually. Well, okay, last pack. Let's see what goes on. 40 minutes in. Last pack. Let's see if I get one more Mythic or Thoughtseize. That would be wonderful. Common Speaker. March of the Returned. Lightning Strike. Not a bad common. Raids Illusion, Vaporkin, Rage of Perforos, Feral Invocation, Return Centaur, Hopeful Eidolon, Fate Foretold, Vanquish the Foul, Akron Hoplite, Decorated Griffin, and not what I wanted. Shadow Fates, it's terrible pretty much. It has too many abilities, and it's just exiles, removal stuff, and it's not very good for standard. For limited, it's good, but oh well. Overall, it was okay. I can't be dissatisfied because I pulled 4 mythics. I got, what did I pull? I got a Perforos, God of the Forge, Master of Waves, Xenagos, and an Erebos, which definitely some neat stuff. It's like 20 to 25, or it's like 20 bucks, 20, 25. This is like 7, I think, and this is like 10-ish. And I pulled the lands, which I definitely wanted, and I got 1 Thoughtseize and 2 Fleece Mains. So, right there, pretty much, it paid for the box and then some. Because I traded a bunch of rotating stuff to Game Academy because I'm in Tampa, Florida. And it turned out okay, but looks like I'm going to be building Selesnya tonight because I got Dubs, Fleece Main Lions, and I don't know, regardless, overall good box opening. I did well tonight, which I've top 8'd like multiple times in the past month and a half. So the chances of me top 8'ing are not out of the question. If I do, I'll open my packs on camera again and do a little bit of an opening, do a little bit of a deck preview thing. But regardless, hope you guys enjoyed. Took forever, sorry about that, but it's a box. What are you going to do about it? But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later.